Hi everyone, Lacey and Broody again from History with Cats, and we're here today to tell you about one of our favorite history mysteries that dates back to this day in the year 1536. On May 6th of 1536, Queen Anne Boleyn of England supposedly wrote a letter to her husband, King Henry VIII, from her imprisonment in the Tower of London, where Anne was being held on charges of adultery and treason against the king. And in this letter, Anne proclaims her innocence and begs the king to please forgive the men who were also being held on charges of committing adultery with the queen. Now, what we can't be sure of is if Henry VIII ever actually saw this letter, or if it was even written by Anne Boleyn herself and not a forgery that was made after the fact. What we do know is that this letter was supposedly found in the belongings of Thomas Cromwell, who was a key advisor to the king and a very well-known enemy of Queen Anne Boleyn. And this leads some scholars to think that Anne Boleyn is responsible for writing, or at least dictating, the letter, and that it made its way into the hands of Cromwell, who never actually gave the letter to King Henry out of fear that it might make Henry return Anne to favor, thereby putting Cromwell himself in danger as an enemy of the queen. Now, this letter is very interesting and it's really touching to read, and I'll include a link of a transcription of it along with some posts that were written by scholars who are very knowledgeable about the letter so that you can read it yourself and try to determine if you think that it is legitimate or a forgery. What we do know is that if this letter was legitimate, it unfortunately did not have the effect that Anne Boleyn would have intended it to have, as she was unfortunately executed for treason via beheading just days after supposedly writing this letter. We hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about this history mystery, and we hope that you will join us next time for more History with Cats. We'll see you then.